Hello, beautiful goddesses. Welcome to the channel of the Goddess System. I'm Sahar, I'm your tarot reader, and we are back with a love reading for you. How does he feel right now? And what's going on in your connection today? And this is a timeless reading. Anytime you find it, it is meant for you. Also, once you get into the reading and you make your choice and it doesn't start resonating, just pick another pile. So here we have the three choices for you. I'm gonna go from left to right. I've got the Soulmates Tarot and the Obsidian Sphere as pile number one. I've got the Selenite Sphere and the Wild and Unknown Tarot as pile two, and the Universal Tarot with the Copper Sphere as number three. Take as much time as you need. If you need to pause the video, go right ahead, and timestamps are below. I'll see you in your reading. Hi guys, this is your reading if you chose the Obsidian Sphere, pile one. Hello and welcome to your reading. Let's get right to it. I'm going to put this here. So we're going to be looking at the tarot for you, and I'm going to do a 15 card spread as to how he's feeling about you right now. We're going to look at how he's feeling overall, what some of the influences and what the energy is going on with him, and what's going on in the connection as well. So let's take a look here. What's going on? What's going on with pile one? So that was Queen of Swords, that was Page of Wands, and Princess of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Devil, Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the Hangman, the Chariot, Ace of Wands, Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Justice. Okay. Now how he's feeling, I have three ladies on the center of the spread right here. The Queen of Swords in the center, which is an energy of, you know, pretty cool and calculated energy, and somebody with very firm boundaries and looking a lot like a third-party situation here. Got Page of Cups, Princess of Cups, and Princess of Wands that are both younger than the Queen. I feel like if this is a person that's a bit more mature than you, a bit more experienced than you, I'm getting a bit of a, you know, somebody who's pretty happy being on their own. Somebody who's kind of just looking at almost like an energy of you know, the confirmed bachelor surrounded by many women. That's kind of the, and very casual about it, like very logical and pragmatic about these characters that are playing for them in a play almost. And so if this is resonating with you, go ahead and tap that bell button, and you can comment below which pile you chose and tell me your story and how it's working out for you. I'm going to get into some of the other aspects of this. If it's not resonating with you, just go back to the beginning, to the and choose another pile. So I'm getting this kind of somebody who is very content on their own and very very established, very educated, but not the most emotional about it. And there are emotional and passionate people around them. Um, that they are, very, enjoying that. They're enjoying this attention, and not making up their mind or choosing any one, in particular. I mean, this could also kind of play out as I still see, I just really, most of you are going to be knocking on somebody's door, who's not letting you in. Um, and there has been pleasure and there has been passion, and that may have been real for all involved, for everyone involved, but it's not 100% union, not an equal union, not a balanced equal union. There's an imbalance, and there's definitely some taking without putting back. One person is putting more, and one person is kind of ahead of the game all the time, and the other person's kind of like, well, hey, I'm trying here. I've been knocking on your door, but they don't quite know the numbers because they don't know that game. And the thought energies of this is that somebody is very interested in their stability, their financial well-being, um, their success, and they've perfected their craft in success. They've perfected their profession. They're doing some kind of a business that is bringing in great income. They are somebody that is respected in their work. There is somebody who is very much seeking even more success, but and stability and status. They have this, but it doesn't mean that they are a very profound person. This is not a very profound and deep thinking person. They may be intelligent and accomplished, but I don't see them as a person who is gonna be ready to invest with you in terms of love. I see the karma of this of this person being, having a big house, having a great business, and they really feel they deserve this, and it's possible that they're not necessarily going to be investing that success, and that I feel like they're not going to let you into that house. Like they have this Ten of Pentacles, they have a big beautiful place, they have and there's a decision coming here. Somebody needs to make a decision about what is the next step here, what is the next business venture, what is the next adventure, with the Ace of Wands here. So there's sort of the time for choosing your own well-being is now. And if this person is giving you the fair investment of the relationship that you feel you deserve, then that's great. Otherwise, I'm seeing the advice cards for you would be, well, the hangman, letting go the bondage that you're in, and releasing bondage to material things, releasing bondage to possibly even toxic relationships in some cases. releasing bondage to obsession with something, or releasing bondage to an illusion of some kind, or a fantasy of some kind. And I am also seeing quite a bit of hurt being cast upon you by words and communications with Nine of Swords here, and you know, betrayals by saying terrible things. The advice here would be to stop a cycle. Seems like there's a bit of a cycle going on of a back and forth, of kind of a bit of a you know, codependent, toxic, almost some of you bordering on the toxic cycle, that the illusion of which, if you let go of it, it won't be a sacrifice to you anymore if you let it go. You're just letting go your expectation, or you're just letting go your illusion of something. For some of you, it could be some habits that need to be let go of. Like almost like this person is almost a bad habit, because the way that it's going now, it's going in the direction, and the way that he's treating this connection, the direction it would be headed, is for, you know, the continuing cycle of the same thing, resulting in hurting and betraying who you are, and betraying what you are, possibly in heartbreak, and whether that's you putting a stop to it, always easier to be the one who leaves, or if it's them, or their continuous behavior will break your heart and render you mentally ill. You know, if you continue that, I mean, take that as it resonates. There is a negative and toxic cycle going on that can express itself in many different ways. I'm seeing a bit of a player energy, a bit of a manipulation energy, a bit of a person who's very selfish and egoic, and wanting what's better for them, and not really giving back as much as a Princess of Cups would deserve. That they feel they also need the Princess of Wands on the, you know, in their court, like somebody who's pretty self-centered. So I'm just gonna get more advice cards for you to what to do, how to reach your healthy and harmonious heart. Death, Two of Pentacles, Hierophant in reverse. So I'm looking at this as advice cards, you know, new beginnings aren't as scary as they look. Sometimes we don't want to start something new because we worry for that is ending. And sometimes we'll find that once that thing has ended, we end up on a sunny beach somewhere without the ship, but you're in paradise. So fear not the end. Anticipate the beginning. And when I see the Hierophant in reverse here combined with these two, the story that plays out to me when I see that is one of a slightly taking on a slightly rebellious attitude, and having the belief that you can can overcome and go on. Uh, there is life beyond what you see right now. There, you know, that is how I would interpret that. That there is life beyond that. You should know that. And overcoming things isn't always a bad thing. I'm going to look at what chakras need to be healed, so you have a takeaway of some things that you can practice at home to help you through this situation, what you're dealing with, to see if you want to attract this balance, you know, and this harmony and joy, and to live passionately and gracefully. See what is for your highest good right now, to bring in a healthy love, or to bring in the choice that will bring you there. Workaholic, perception, confusion. So I feel like this is you right now. You're in this a bit of a fog when ghosts of girlfriends past or boyfriends past are haunting you. Even memories of this person could be haunting you. Things like manipulative behavior from this person could be haunting you, because they seem very clever, very calculated, bordering on cold. They might be gaslighting you, making you think you're crazy. This type of thing I'm seeing playing out. You know, I know, you know, that sounds a little harsh, but I just say it how, you know, how I see it. So, I mean, I don't see like a really bad thing, but I just see them being just slightly on the sly side, not really in your favor anyway. So I'm seeing like a bit of a confused energy here, and to release confusion. What do you do to release confusion? Often simple things. I'm gonna link below. I'm shooting a series of energy exercise series and clearing exercises to help you take the steps that I'm recommending, because I keep recommending steps and people are like, well, how do you do that, which one, how? So to clear confusion, often, you know, spending time in nature or spending time by the ocean will really clear up that your third eye, right? And that's the thing that people really often need to really clear when they want the vision for the future, and a vision and a certainty onto what steps to take, because you're the only one that knows what steps to take. To gain that clarity, you know, spending a lot of time right by the ocean and letting that salt air, you know, just wash over you. Also, obviously working with smoke, with sage, incense, all those things. Let me see, I have something else for you about this. So third eye opening, clearing. So third eye opening and clearing exercises are what gonna give you the certainty and the clarity to see this relationship for what it is. And it could end up, oh my God, he's the love of my life. You know, tomorrow that could change. Today he's kind of just, you know, there's a bit of a, don't be confused. Be your own master, and there is nothing to fear right now. I am sensing a lot of fear from your end, because this person is so certain and so everything. Like, I feel like you think this person is everything, and they're, you know, all that in a bag of chips, I guess. but I don't know if their interest is invested in you. So don't let that confuse. So I have this heart chakra, perception. You have clarity of heart. In your heart, you know what you want, and you also know how to receive. Um, and when you receive love that isn't true, you know, and that could be actually moving up your chakra and confusing you. What is going to get you through this is your work. I feel like this person might be a bit of a workaholic, and they're so focused on their money and their wealth that they have become too materialistic to really open their spirituality and their emotions. Yeah, they might have been corrupted by wealth, you know, like people get really into building wealth, and they let their ego kind of get into getting wealthy and having people, you know, admire them and all of that, and they forget that, you know, they disconnect from heart and soul from that, because they just keep searching for this material satisfaction, and you know, that somehow gives them an idea of self-worth. A lot of people are like this, and when you build this ego and this rich external life, often what people do is they neglect building the rich internal life and the rich spiritual life. They forget that that exists. They are so focused on this, and they do not want to feel anything other than superior to others. They do not want to feel insecurities that somebody could break their heart, or, you know, whatever insecurities they might have. They don't want to feel any of those things. They just reject those things, and they just want to feel better than others, and so they master their work to get this ego thing, right? And that's good for them. It's not, you know, I don't have a problem with that. But if you're the kind of person who has a rich inner life, and who has spirituality and interest in living with joy and passion, and having an emotional relationship as well, then you know, it's not going to align very well energetically. You're going to be unhappy, and it could be dangerous for you to go down that road. You have to start taking care of yourself and looking after that. So also, as one more piece of advice from this card, for yourself to focus on your own work as much as this person is focusing on their own. You probably are, but that's probably what's going to help you through this, you know, just for your own investment in yourself. Because as much as they have everything, I don't really see them investing that in you. Or they're investing in you and you don't see it, and it's breaking your own heart. You could be blindfolded by greed. You know, maybe some self-reflection there. I don't get a lot of that energy, but questioning those kinds of things are at hand right now. Questioning, are you getting what you need? That's the main question I'm getting from this. And I do have exercises and techniques on how to manifest and attract a really healthy, beautiful type of love, very high quality type of a relationship. That's in the ebook below. It teaches you how to embody the 5 goddess qualities. So download that, and there's lots of exercises in there that can help you. So I hope that helped you. Do like and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Hello, gorgeous goddess. This is your reading if you chose the Selenite Sphere. So angelic selenite. It just looks like it's glowing. I love that. If you can see it, I don't know. It's just gonna roll off, so I just have to put it where. Yeah, well. Okay, we're gonna be looking at a 15 card spread for you, pile 2. We're going to be looking at the Wild and Unknown Tarot, and we're looking at him, how he feels right now, and we're going to be looking at what's going on in the connection. You know, we're going to get you some advice too. Just depends on what happens in the reading. See how that that spread is coming out here. Pile 2. How's he feeling right now? What's he thinking? What's he up to? What's going on in this connection? Okay. 6 of Cups. Sorry, excuse me. 5 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Swords in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Swords. Mother of Swords. 4 of Swords. And 6 of Cups. We have 9 of Wands. We have Mother of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Son of Cups in reverse. Okay, we have 4 of Wands. Oh, 6 of Wands. Sorry, that's in reverse. 6 of Wands in reverse. I got this recently, so sometimes I have to look a little longer to figure out which cards those are. But they do speak to me, so. Oh, we have 6 of Cups here. Okay, how's he feeling right now? I kind of feel like there's been a bit of a breakdown lately in something that this person enjoyed. Meaning that between you guys, that there's been this pleasure, this very balanced pleasure, this very nourishing type of pleasure that that somehow right now is like, oh, not happening right now. Getting a lot of worry and like, regret. Like, why did I do that? Dang, like things were going well. This was good. What? How? No, this is not good. Like that kind of energy. Like communication didn't go well. Things they said and done didn't go well. And there's regret. Why did I do that? They did something they didn't like. They feel like they're not going anywhere. Things aren't going anywhere here. In the thought energy, I feel like there's a lot of love here, right? I've got 9 of Cups. Like there is love. There's a lot of emotion. They've been fulfilled by this. There's been some peace in this. Oh, excuse me. There's been pleasure and enjoyment in this. They do feel a lot of pleasure and enjoyment. But, you know, when I see this kind of these pentacles, Six of Pentacles in reverse, is like, well, they got some, you know, some money issues. Like, did they lose a job, or did they're just not making it enough right now, that there's no grounding, nothing to ground the connection. They're kind of feeling like, oh God, there's almost like a depletion of energy, like the fruits on this tree branch, like there's, you know, the pentacles are like fruits on the tree branch. They're drying up. Like, my fruit are drying up. Like, I've been working hard at this. My harvest is dry, and my cup is empty. Son of Cups in reverse, wanting to bring you messages of love, but just not there now. More an inward turned. I'm very turning inward, and wanting this harmonious passion, attraction that he feels, but kind of feeling depleted of it. Really feeling depleted of resources, both material and spiritual. In terms of, you know, karmic and destiny and outside influences of this, so there's a lot of, there's a Six of Swords, and then we have two more wands. We've got Nine of Wands and Six of Wands here. So it's like the progression that was meant to happen, like that light at the end of the tunnel just isn't there now, and everything you've worked towards is not going on, and that is karmic. That is just something that was meant to happen at this point. Doesn't mean that it's not coming, you know. It doesn't mean that they can't fulfill on this. It's just right now, things are just not moving as fast as you want. You know, the destiny to which you want to travel seems so much further than it did 2 days ago. So instead of getting closer, you feel like you got further away, or he feels that way. But in this temporary, this is temporary. There's a rainbow on the horizon, and that it can still come. I do see from this energy, sometimes the frustration of this can catapult you into a brighter future, into great action. So let's see, do they want to take action? Should you take action? So advice card for you. I got Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so don't take action. Four of Swords and Three of Wands in reverse. So don't take any action. Stay peaceful and really work on your very bright and light communication. Just like this little lamb on the Four of Swords here. There's a lamb here with the sun in their third eye. You know, your communications can be very clear and succinct and precise, and keeping yourself in that state of serenity right now is really going to help. The more you force the issue, it's just going to seem like a very controlling and, you know, really unnecessary force to the thing. So I wouldn't do, you know, anything. Yeah, just make sure your communications are clear and bright, and and protect that little lamb that is inside you. Don't let the swords come get you. Really keep yourself in the most serene and happy state that you can be. There is nothing to be afraid of in this at this time. Now, this person is not bad. Not really. No, not bad. They're just kind of running out of juice. You know, they're kind of really just running out of juice. They've got some money on their mind. They got a lot of love on their mind. Like, they have a lot of love. It's just not happening right this minute. They're just kind of like, oh. They might have just spent too much money and might be out of money now. Or they just worked so hard and they haven't gotten where they want yet, you know. So I do see them making making the journey or making the effort towards you. Yeah, I do see them seeing you as somebody who's very attractive. I mean, you could be sort of in the mood to really give it to them verbally. Like, I feel like there's gonna be a moment where you're gonna drop it on them and be like, hey, you know what? This thing you pulled or this and this doesn't work for me. Like, looks like there could be conversations coming up where he'll move towards you and you'll be like, well, you know what? This is um, this is what's going on. And again, this is, you know, don't do anything, let them come to you. And then when your communication is super clear and precise, you will prevail. You will do you will get what you want and what you deserve. And I mean, it doesn't mean that it couldn't be this person that you get it with. It could be, couldn't be. Right now, we don't know. Not clear. There's just a lot of transformation that needs to be happening, and that isn't currently happening. I'm really being drawn to this butterfly here, the symbol of transformation, and this long stairway, like the destiny and the karmic area of your spread. The transformation and the long journey is kind of feels stunted, feels slower than it should have been, but that is happening. It is coming to you with your hands-off approach, where you don't have to control it. But I'm kind of feeling like you're going to come in like a bird in the end when he comes. Oh wow, well, he's going to come. Like, I feel like he's going to come towards you with something, and you're going to be like, well, this is not going to go well for me. This is not going to go well. Like, screw you, type of thing. Unless you really practice your serenity and your calmness and really your clarity and what you want to bring forth in this connection. I'm gonna see what chakras, you know, and what kind of spiritual and emotional work you can do in this connection to get you to the next step, closer to love. Take a look here. For pile 2, what do they need most? Gratitude, perfection, bittersweet. Well, the main thing I'm being drawn to here would be that the more more you need your everything to meet your expectations, the more disappointment you get in life. The higher you set your eyes, when that's not how manifestation works, to say, well, I want this and I want that. That's not, the way that it works is that it is an abstract concept that you want. And in the meanwhile, until that thing comes to you, you choose to be grateful for everything and really acknowledge what a miracle your very experience of life is. The very existence of life is miraculous. So the more you can get yourself into that state, the less the imperfection of life will bother you. And sometimes things need to fall away. Sometimes things need to fall away when they don't really meet your expectations, but that really has nothing to do with wanting everything to be wanting this and wanting that. Sometimes things fall away because we're not appreciating them. The energy of gratitude and the release of perfect expectation is going to get you closer to your next step of love in this stage right now. That's what I recommend for you in this energy. I do have the meditations to practice these steps in my free ebook that I've linked below. So download that. There's videos there that teach you how to do that. And I do hope this helped you so much. I love you, and I will see you next time. Hello, gorgeous. This is your reading if you chose the Copper Sphere. We're going to be looking at a 15-card tarot spread, and I'm going to look at other decks if I need clarification or some advice for you guys intuitively. I'm going to be looking at how he's feeling right now, overall about you, as well as what's going on in the connection, like where is it going, and then we look at some advice for you guys too. So let's take a look. So, Nine of Wands, Two of Cups, the Tower, the Empress, Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon in reverse, the Magician in reverse, Five of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, King of Wands in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, King of Cups in reverse. Okay. So your person could be someone who's pretty accomplished, like a masculine type energy person who's accomplished, who's successful. They've achieved something in their life. It could be like a person who works with building things. Those types of people, like a person who built something and who really feels like, who's got a good self-esteem, who's got great pleasure about you, feeling very good about you, simultaneously feeling like the whole thing came crashing down. This beautiful thing just went up in flames. And I kind of feel like he's been watching, and he's watching this. He's watching it go in flames, and looking onto. He's looking onto the loss of this beautiful thing that you have. He's looking onto it with a great amount of grief and sorrow. And it's almost like, oh man, wow. I like kind of like I can't believe this, you know. Everything you've worked for and everything you kind of had this hot date, but it just kind of didn't go well. So the thought, we're thinking kind of energies around this are like, there's this new thing, there's this pleasure, there's this beautiful potential that this thing has, and it's been like they failed to protect the asset. They feel that they have a failure energy, like they really wanted to protect this home. You know, I'm seeing this beautiful home, like an ivory tower, like the most beautiful thing, just going up in flames, bust, and the feelings around it is like, oh, I failed to protect this. I failed to protect my goods. I lost my stuff, and I lost my love when it was the most beautiful thing. And there's new things, there's lots of pleasure, like I feel like they love you. So the karmic influences of this are, the King of Cups in reverse, the Moon and Four of Wands. That this person is, again, looking on to really in a sentimental mood right now. I feel like the karma of this would be that the breaking down of whatever broke down is meant to break them so that they can get into a higher state of being. Right now I feel like they're suffering from this, but out of this can come a new beginning, and like a soul pattern or a soul journey that was designed to have this breaking point or this breakdown along the way, so that you can experience these emotions and the sadness, which will ultimately drive you into forward motion. Like you feel like you're not moving now, you feel like you're somewhere buried in, you know, under the deepest ocean, your ship just sank, you kind of have this feeling of that, but that doesn't mean you can float right back up and make that journey to return. I do feel like there's a lot of breaking work involved, but there's success coming for you if you keep having that faith. You know, I feel like he sees you, or you are definitely the very desirable, attractive woman, right? And for you to know that you are very desirable, you're attractive, and you can get through this loss. So I've got the King of Wands in reverse here, next to Five of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. So they're perfect counterparts, where the King of Wands is weak right now due to job loss, and now the woman has to step forth. She's got to step up and contribute and float the boat for a while. And you need to be the strong one, right? That you need to come in and save the day. That the feminine needs to come and save the day and hold it together with her beauty, her charm, her wit, her capability. She needs to come help this union and move forward for a while. And this will help you reach the Empress fertile energy of success and abundance and passion. And it's going to be quite a bit of work for you, but it'll pay off very well if you commit yourself to this, in spite of the seemingly lack in circumstance. Like somebody could have lost some money or something like that. You know, if it seems like that and they feel bad about having lost that or whatever, yeah, just step up and be strong for a bit. I'm going to see what kind of energy work you can do to help you through this situation right now. Abundance, perception, workaholic. All right. So one thing about abundance that I have been taught on my spiritual journey is that money and wealth aren't necessarily earned. They are attracted. It's not that you shouldn't take the action, the workaholic energy here, card here, not that you shouldn't take the action, but set the intention of attracting what you want, and really use your perception of what abundance is, and your perception of how it's supposed to be coming in and how it's supposed to be how it's supposed to be earned. That's all made up, and reality will confirm whatever it is you perceive about it. Because money is an invention, right? All of these are inventions of humans, and you are human. Your species created money. Money doesn't create you. Money doesn't define you, you define money. Whatever you perceive about it, that's what it's going to confirm to you. So, somebody is, don't burn yourself out, but your work energy and your ability to manifest is now being called upon. And I find that with so many of these readings lately, the feminine, the world is really asking for the divine feminine to come forth and express itself and take a real face in the world, in the social world, and make an impact in the world. No longer playing the passive role, not taking a masculine role, but allowing the feminine taking a big face in the world as itself, as its exalted self. So if that makes sense to you, allowing those feminine qualities to guide you into your manifestation and into your highest expression. And I see it be somewhat, you're going to pick up a lot of shifts here. Like, it's going to be quite a bit of work, and your results maybe just around the corner for you. You do have the ability to break through this challenge at this point. Yeah, I feel like the heart energy here Yeah, the heart energy here can be refueled by doing heart meditations. I have some here on my channel that I can link to. Also, let me see. Just general regeneration of your inspiration is going to help you. Just a regeneration, brushing up on your skills, regeneration of your will. You know, getting yourself into your Empress energy, into your Queen energy, taking that wand into your hand, like a scepter, right? The Queen of Wands has a wand that is taller than her, and she wields it with skill. And that skill doesn't always have to be physical strength. It just has, you know, you just have to know how to use your strength and your abilities. So I hope that really helped you. Do tap that bell button to get notified. Never miss a video again. Do comment below and see how it resonated. If you don't feel that it resonated with you at all, go back to the beginning and pick another pile, please. Okay, well, I'll see you guys next time.